So today I'm going to make up this little circuit here. This is a kit from Banggood, and it's a simple doorbell using a 555 timer. I've already taken the components out of the bag, and when I did that I noticed that the legs on the 555 timer and the holder were a little bit bent, so I've got my little tool out here and I simply place that in there and squeeze it together, and that just lines up all the pins so we can easily insert it later on. And also, let's get rid of that out of the way, we can test some of the components as well, just to make sure that they're working okay. So I pick up one of these resistors here. This is my little mini tester. I can just put that in there like that. Just give it a quick test to make sure that it's working alright. Luckily these are all mounted up as 47k, and that's a 46.8k, which is fine. So that's okay. Just quickly test those, and then we're ready to start making the circuit board. Okay, so we're going to start building this circuit now. So let's get my little circuit board holder. Put that in place. There we go. And the first ones we're going to work on is the resistors. Luckily, I say they're all the same, so we can just pop them in. Okay, there's one. Bend the leg slightly, that's it. There's two. And the third one goes in there. I can get it in. Try that again. There we go. Okay, and the fourth one. Goes in there. There we go. Okay, and we bend the pins slightly just to hold those in place. There we go. Okay, and we'll be ready to solder them in place. Okay, so I've got my solder, our soldering iron, so let's get a bit of soldering done. Okay, that's good stuff. Let's clean the end of the soldering iron. Okay, that looks alright. Let's get the clippers. Just snip the leads off. Let's get some sharpeners perhaps. It's better. Okay, so next we're going to put the two capacitors here, which are these little ceramic ones here. They're not, doesn't matter which way around they go in these. Just get my OCD so they're both facing the right, both facing the same way. Okay, and the other one goes down here. Again, we'll just gently bend the pins out slightly just to hold them in place. Okay. Okay, and using the sharp clippers, let's cut these off. Okay, and the next two then. We'll do the two capacitors here. So one's marked up with 10 UF and one is marked up with 100 UF. So if you're unsure, as you can see, I've already just been testing this, but I'll just show you again. Just put the capacitor in there. We can test it. $111, so that's the 100, alright. The other one, just put that in there. Okay, 11, again 10, that's absolutely fine. So the positive and negative, these are marked, so you need to get that the right way around. The longer leg being the positive. So let's get that in place. There we go. It's also marked with a negative on there, which is the shaded area on the circuit board. There we go. And again, I'm just going to gently move the legs out slightly just to hold them in place. There we go. dirt off the end of the soldering iron there. Okay. So far so good. And down here we've got a couple of diodes. Obviously there's a line there. If we look at this, there's a marked end, which is a black line on the end. There's two of them. There we go. Okay, and the second one. There we go, put that in there. Again, just bending the pins out or the legs out slightly just to hold it in place. Okay, and snippety snip the legs off. Okay, so I think we're ready for the main chip holder. There's a little marking on the circuit board there, and there's a little cutout on the chip holder there, so they line up. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is just slightly solder one of the legs just to hold it in place. Without burning my finger. Oops. Try that again. There we go. And I'll do another one, the opposite side, a bit further down. Just a blob of solder on there, just to hold it in place. There we go. Okay, just double check to make sure that everything's alright. That's better. Okay, and we can solder away. Okay, that's looking good. Nice and flat. Okay, next thing we'll do then is the switch. And there's a no markers as to which way around it goes, so it should go on fairly easy, he says. Pen's bending slightly. There we go. That's it. See? Okay, that's that in. So the only things we've got left now is the speaker connection and power connection, and of course we've got to plug in the 555 IC in a minute as well, so let's get these in first of all. Okay, just to hold it in place again, and then we can solder the other pin. Okay, check to make sure there's no bridge between the two, which there isn't, and then the other side. Again, just a blob of solder on there, just hold that in place. There we go. Okay, and finally what we need to do is just to put the 555 IC timer chip into place. Let's get that done. There you go, it's making sure there's no bent pins there. Okay, just a little tap onto all the components just to make sure they're all secure and in place. Double check the soldering on the back to make sure there's no dry joints, everything's seated properly, which it is. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the speaker, and just got a couple of cables here that we're going to use. So we need the wire stripper, which is here. There we go. Little twist. Okay, and we'll just very quickly just tin the ends of those. Okay, that's one. There we go. Okay, that's that job done. So bring our circuit board back in. Okay. Right, and there's our main power cable. Again, you'll just give those a little twist. Tin those as well. Okay, let's find some power. Okay, so we've got a little battery now, a little 9-volt battery. Let's see if this thing works. So as you can see, I've just plugged in the two power cables onto the board. The round pin is positive and that's negative. Okay, let's see if it works. Well, there you go. One circuit made. Fantastic. Something to annoy the dogs with. Thanks very much. Join me again soon.